Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Girl Dad Girls. I'm one of your hosts, Bri St. Marie. We have that QT Dani B. We have Michaela Garcia.
Hey.
And we have Robyn. Welcome to the show.
Yay!
Hey.
Welcome,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
Freaking finally.
Wait, aren't we supposed to have a round of applause track?
Oh, yeah. For those who are listening, we are using new software, and so we get cool things like this.
What?
Oh, wait, nope. You can't hear that. Now you can hear. Wait. Yay! Yay! Technical difficulties, but we will work them out as we go along. But yeah.
God, make my ego bigger, please.
It's already
Yay.
the size of New Jersey.
There you go. Yeah. All right.
I'm like an airhead commercials. Like, yes. Love me.
Okay, Robyn. So yeah, just give us a brief rundown. Who is Robyn?
Robyn is a trans woman from South Carolina who is an electrician. I work mostly in schools. I do data cabling, but I've done everything from building 1400-volt transformers to splicing fiber for internet. So I pretty much have done everything except for lineman work.
That is scary. That is some scary stuff, the lineman deal.
Oh yeah, like that. I don't know if that was for me, but I've also like raised up transformers into the ceilings before with like chains. So
Now, when you say Transformers, you're talking about like Optimus Prime and Megatron.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, very cool.
Yeah, we raised him up there, and then we plugged him in, and powers the entire building.
Nice.
So how long have you been transitioning?
I have been transitioning. This past Wednesday, November 15th, was my 1 year.
Oh, congratulations! Hang on.
Congrats.
Yes, more
Alright. Cool. That's awesome. How's it been?
It's been a roller coaster, but it's been good. It's been a good roller coaster.
What are the 3 best parts so far?
I'm more in tune with my emotions. I cry a lot more, which is great. And I'm less angry, I would say.
Not the boobies, not boobs. Huh.
Oh, those two. Those are great too.
Yeah, that goes without
I
saying.
mean, yeah, the mental stuff is great, but I mean, I got boobs, so like, it always works.
This is the part for the question of what are the things that came up that you weren't expecting?
Oh man, now questions on the spot. Now I gotta think.
Maybe more with like yourself, but not like outside factors.
More of, I would say, the sense of peace that I got with it. What I got with HRT. It was literally the next morning after taking my first dose, I felt a sense of calm, and the first time I ever felt that. And I said, "This is it. I did it. I finally have. I don't have that itchy that voice in the back of the head just screaming at you constantly." And I had that sense of peace, and that was the glory. And I literally cried the moment when I actually could think straight for the first time. That probably was the biggest thing that ever changed, was literally the ability to be able to think without shaming myself, without being angry at myself, without having that one foot out the door was probably the best thing I could imagine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I ask, what were some of your first physical effects that you saw from HRT?
My skin changed relatively quickly. So like my skin got softer, and that was the one thing. Me and my doctor, love my doctor. She was amazing. They moved to Guam because her wife's in the Navy. So, and this was back in Florida. I'm actually originally from here, lived in Florida for like 30 years of my life. So I actually just left back in June, which was terrifying, but it was needed because I needed to get out of there. That was the one thing we connected on. I was like, my skin's really soft. And she's like, I know, right? No one talks about that enough. Like, I love the way it feels. And I was like, I know, it's so great. So.
Nice. Oh, Dani, can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep. Sorry, muted myself and great technical difficulties. I'm not like for those who are keeping track, I am finally back in my space, not in a freaking hotel room anymore. So getting used to everything. There's a lot of lights in here.
Yeah, we have traded places. I am not in my usual space.
Oh, I know all about those lights because they're blinding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Robyn's been to my apartment. Actually, Robyn slept in my bed.
I did.
Twice.
So we're already into the steamy part of this of the podcast.
All right. Just moving in onto it, just right into the curve.
Just lean into it.
Oh, it's got a curve?
Oh.
You know, Bri, it's called Peyronie's disease, and it's a real thing.
Isn't that a beer, Peroni?
Oh, it's
I thought that was a sparkling water, but I could be wrong.
That... God.
So Robyn, you, Bri, and I have been friends for 3 or 4 years, something like that. How long have we known each other?
I would say closer to 5 months, but I'll take 3 to 4 years. That's
flies
fine.
in the trans community, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, how would you say that you've found the community? I know, like, we're all part of the same kind of circle, but are you finding, people are supportive all around? I know, like in your personal life, you're not as much, but online.
The community part, especially online community, because there's really not much here community wise. It's hard to find stuff, especially being in a small town. I haven't had any issues with being here, and I present femme pretty much I haven't boy moded in months, so I'm pretty much in full makeup. I'm in dresses. I'm in like skinny jeans. I haven't had an issue yet. I haven't been called names or anything, but that can easily change. The online community has brought me a lot of closure and a lot of friendships, and just to be able to have that companionship. And I've never ever been a part of a group of people that has loved and embraced me in my entire life, more so than the trans community. And it's a wonderful thing, and I finally feel like I'm a part of something that's just absolutely beautiful. So,
what platforms are you finding people to connect with?
I'm pretty much only on Instagram and Facebook. I don't really do much of the other platforms. I don't have a computer. I don't have a tablet or any of that stuff. A lot of my stuff is still in Florida as in a storage unit, so a lot of it I just don't have. So I pretty much use my phone for the most part.
So you mentioned being in boy mode just as little as, 4 months ago, something like that?
What was that? I couldn't hear that.
Sorry, you said that you the last time you were in boy mode was like 3 or 4 months ago?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, so
the last time I would say was my last job in Florida. I was in boy mode.
Okay. Did you have that moment where like you were kind of between boy mode and girl mode, and you were like, okay, I'm ready to just fully be girl mode?
Oh yeah.
I went through that moment. I donated all my boy clothes just to kind of force myself to get out there and just finally go back and have that fallback. So
when I was leaving Florida, it was very chaotic. So I literally donated everything. When I left, I have nothing. I have a duffel bag of clothes. I have my trunk full of my collectibles and stuff. And that's it. I don't have furniture anymore. I don't have a bed when I left because I went to go do traveling work. So it was very chaotic. So all of my clothes, most of my boy clothes, except for a couple t-shirts, are gone. So, and I pretty much primarily wore jeans because, I work construction. So it's pretty much my normal go-to is jeans and jean shorts and stuff like that, but obviously I can't wear jean shorts when I'm at a job site. But
you could. But
I could,
and you should.
And I'd get really a bunch of catcalls then.
Yeah, right. Especially carrying that 12-foot.
Oh yeah. I'm known to carrying ladders on my shoulders. It's just something I've always done. So like I can carry an 8-foot ladder on there. I can carry 2 of them next side by side to each other on my shoulders. I can carry 12-foot. Bri has seen the 12-foot me carrying a 12-foot ladder on my shoulders. So with a nice little like, I picked it up. So
this actually that brings up something that I thought I was. Well, I am weird apparently. But I wanted to bring up to the entire. Well, yeah, surprise. But and you know, kind of get everybody's opinion on when I donated my clothes. I like all my guy clothes. I cried. Like I had so many memories with those clothes. Like you know these T-shirts that like I just had really great experiences in. And also I realized that the financial hit that I was giving away of like $5,000 worth of clothes. But
Damn, I shop at Walmart. Where do you shop?
oh, I used to work at
It's
Express, so
Oh,
they made us buy the clothes. But I had to buy like
Surprise! Your paycheck is going back into the company.
yeah. I had enough
Congratulations.
to pay for gas to get there and back. But I looked fantastic. But did y'all? How did it feel for everybody?
I'll go first. It was a rush of relief. I was so done with that closet, and I couldn't wait to get rid of it. And as I pulled away from the Goodwill after unloading probably my trunk and my back seat and my front seat just completely stacked to the roof, and I just pulled away with nothing. It's like this. That's it. That's it. It's all gone. I don't have a stitch of male clothing left anymore. Um, but I did find one suit that I'd forgotten about, and I just gave it to one of my maintenance guys before I left Texas. And lo and behold, it fit him perfect. So it found a good home. So it was, for me, it was a good positive experience. I did have those T-shirts that I had many memories with, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it was to just say "la vie," say goodbye. Shut up.
What?
I'm leaving.
I love you. Bro. You're the best.
for
yeah,
me,
Robyn, Mika, what about y'all?
yeah, for me, I was gonna say, like I said earlier, for me, the boy clothes were kind of like a fallback. Like when I was feeling too insecure to go out, I would throw my beanie back on and cover my long hair and just, wear a baggy shirt and go out. But I felt like I shouldn't have that crutch anymore, I guess. So I kind of, like I said, forced myself to get rid of my stuff. But it was very, I wasn't attached to any of the boy clothes. Like I said, I shop very cheap. Like I'm the kind of person that goes to Walmart, and if I find a shirt I like, I'll buy it in every color because they're only like $3 each.
Yeah.
And actually, this is
actually,
Walmart too. So
Yes.
and but yeah, it was nice. It was kind of like you said, Danny. It's kind of like I was almost saying goodbye to Michael officially, like kind of pushing him out the door, and like Mika is here to stay.
Yeah.
So it was a powerful moment for me.
nice. Yeah, for me, I didn't really have any issues. Like I said, I still have a couple T-shirts and maybe some work jeans, but I mean, they're literally in the bottom of the duffel bag that I have. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
That's the fun part of editing.
I told her, leave me alone. Anyway. Oh, my tuck panties came in.
Well, as
I'm so sorry. Now you know I live with my parents right now. Great.
So, Robyn, are you doing any fun activities over the holiday season? Are you going to visit anyone or anything?
No, I won't have the money. For Thanksgiving, I'm just going to be here and I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, I meant like like any like Christmas or November or December.
Either. I'm not doing anything for Christmas. Well, I mean, going to Winter Wonder.
Okay. Jeez.
Sorry.
My goodness. I just had to drag it out of you. Robyn's going to be coming up. I actually went today just to see what it was like. So, Robyn, you are going to love it because it's freaking beautiful. So, but so you're coming to visit me. Are you going to visit anybody else, or just getting ready for your big move?
Yeah, my big move.
Can you tell us about that?
I found someone to move in with, and I'm moving to Detroit, Michigan.
That's awesome. I'm so glad you're getting out of the South.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
Me too.
you mentioned a bunch of benefits. Can you talk about your current status? Like in the South, is hormones is hard to get.
Yes.
And then there's a lot of things that are going to be a lot easier. Can you tell us about what the differences are going to be? What are you really excited about?
I'm excited to be more in a safer state. I would say I'm more excited to be, because it's another trans girl I'm moving in with, and so it's going to be like a bigger of a community. I'm going to be able to go to more groups and stuff, so it's more exciting. And to be honest, it's another adventure. Like, I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm getting stuck, and I just don't want to be stuck here.
Yeah.
And it's scary, because especially with the next year being 2024, and especially being in the South, with everything going on politically, I'd rather be somewhere safer, to be honest.
Yeah. I think Detroit, I've met a couple people who live in Detroit, and it seems like it's a really trans friendly area. I know a lot of people who are in polycules up there. Apparently everybody up there is E&M, and they just fuck like rabbits, which is awesome. So, if you need some numbers, and
What?
I got you. I can hook you up with some friends who you just want to bang it out.
Hey, say yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Cool. I got you.
Let's get weird.
Oh.
Yes. I can get weird. I can't wait.
Oh.
And I'll just be that closer to Canada, because it's literally like right over, literally hop, skip, and jump. So if I need to really bug out, gone.
Go, Mika.
Yeah, so Robyn, this is actually our first time meeting, so I don't know a lot about you. So if it's okay, can I ask, how was your coming out process? Like, when did you know it was time, and how did the whole thing go?
My coming out process was chaotic, to say the least. I think my egg cracked around. You remember a couple years ago when Facebook did the whole face app thing?
Yes.
That was when my egg officially cracked. Was when I saw myself for the first time as a woman, and I was like, this wave of euphoria hit me, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that feeling is. So how do I feel right now?
So
and I was really confused.
The gender swap app, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Facebook has probably cracked a bunch of eggs with that the whole face app, face swapping thing, the gender swapping thing. So,
do you think they had that like as a plan? They were like, "Hey, we're gonna make this thing," and then they put it out there, and everybody started being like, "Hey, actually, this is allowing me to realize a lot of things that I thought were not possible." It's like they want to talk about groomers, like that app,
right? Facebook turned me trans. It's okay.
Mine was the COVID shot.
That too. I got COVID, got the shot, and was like, oh, oops. All right, cool. I'll take them.
Mine was 5G. I stood too close to a tower.
What about
Wait, you got 5G? I only got that 6G, girl. What are you talking about?
Oh shit, I'm way behind. I'm stuck in the South. Good for you.
I'm super lost. I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, there's just all these there's all these conspiracy theories about like what's turning people trans. Is it like and we just like to go off on rants about like the jokes of it's the COVID shot made me gay, and
it's the fluoride in the water.
The windmills are making us all bi.
It was the gay frogs. They did it all.
I'm tired of them putting chemicals in water to turn the freaking frogs gay.
So, Robyn,
good old Alex Jones. I don't miss him at all. What's up?
Oh, Robyn, you said that you live with your parents currently. How did they? How'd you come out to them? How'd they take it?
My mom's really good about it. I still get dead named, and I still get like misgendered. It's fine. She's almost in her 70s. I've accepted that fate, so it's fine. My dad, on the other hand, and my very, very conservative Christian family who live in Florida, not so much. When I officially egg broke, I actually came out first to an ex-girlfriend of mine from high school. Asked her a bunch of questions, and I was in tears. I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. It was like my egg bursted open, and like the yolk is oozing all over the place. I didn't know what. I didn't know up from down. And after all these questions, she asked me, "She's like, all right, I'm gonna stop you. What's going on? Are you okay?" And I said, "I think I'm transgender, and I'm terrified." And she's like, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense." I'm like, "Am I being attacked?" And she apologized and said, "No, you're not being attacked. But I just want you to know this: you are beautiful. You are loved. You will be okay. You're fine. It's okay to be trans. I love you. Now embrace who you are, and suck it up. You got this." It's
More
like,
people
okay.
like that out
Wow.
there.
Super.
And then I came
affirming.
out to my wife.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That was the easy part, right?
The easy part was great. No, the easy part was going to my ex-girlfriend. No, then I went to my wife and immediately went back in the closet.
Wait,
And
what?
yeah, I went right back in the closet immediately right after telling her.
Because of her reaction?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then she outed me to my entire family.
How awful.
Wait,
So,
like she like went one by one, or like just did like a bulk
oh
email,
no,
or
she put it on blast. Like I guess she called them and was freaking out and told them. And then I get a phone call from my father, and he says, "I'm on my way. I'll be there in 10 minutes." And I said, "This is not a good idea. Like, you do not need to be here." So he showed up, and it turned into well, you've never shown any signs. This is just a phase. You need to get right with Jesus. And I'm like, sure, I will get right with your imaginary friend. It's fine. No, I won't, because I'm not religious anymore. And I said, "Dad, it's hard to see those signs when you weren't around. Like,
yeah,
you can't see them if you're not there." And they were there. Trust me, they were there.
yeah. It's
I
so
felt like this
interesting
for a
when
very
other
long time.
people.
I've struggled with this. I'm angry about it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it was lagging up. What were you saying? You were telling me how you struggled with it. It was.
I've struggled with my identity for years. I could never since find myself, and it just turned into this mess of me just shaming myself and hating myself for most of my life. And then right after that, it started to get better with me and my wife, and kind of, but she's like, you, and then the therapist I had at the time was like, we've never talked about this. You've never said anything. And she's like, "You're not transgender." And I'm like, then why do I feel this way? If you're not going to help me, then what's the point of having you as a therapist?
Wait, your therapist told you what to think?
Oh yeah. And then me and my soon to be ex-wife went to a marriage counselor, and whew, that was a fun experience. I was in tears. It was the marriage counselor at one point said, "Well, you're not a woman." And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm sorry for upsetting you. I'm like, completely shut down, like complete, just immediate shutdown.
It it so- it sounds like you just have really crappy therapists. Good lord.
Yeah, it was
I
not
mean,
fun.
what the? Honestly, yeah, like a therapist who's going to tell you, "Oh, by the way, like I know you're going through gender dysphoria, which is a very real thing, but I'm going to just completely discredit it." It's like any therapist who says that needs to lose their license. That is insane.
Yeah. And then it turned into, it was like, and I even told my wife at the time, I said, I could bury this down. Like, it's the same old, like, I can bury it down, I can wait. And she's like, "That'd be for the best. I don't know if I can be with a woman." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's like, okay. So here I am back in the closet, and then it just got worse from there. Like, I started to spiral into depressions. I started to just get so angry and just burst into just pure rage for most parts. I went numb.
Yeah.
And then I ended up cheating on her. And that's what pretty much ruined our marriage. I'm not proud about it. I hated that I did it, and I still hate that I did. Because that's not me as a person, and that upset me. But I was struggling. And so we separated in December, and we finally, I was staying with her. I was living in the man cave at the time, and so I was sleeping in the couch. And then she's like, "You just need to leave." It's like, I have nowhere to go. She's like, "That's not my problem. It's time to go." I'm like, okay. So I moved in with a friend, and it just got worse from there. I just was just trying to work and make ends meet. I was struggling really bad, and then I would say I had one foot out the door around the time I started hormones. I was just trying to find reasons to just end it. And my best friend, that I love dearly and I miss them, they're still alive. They live in Tennessee now. We were just sitting around and we're smoking. I'm a stoner, so just throw that out there. And they stopped me and said, "Hey, can we have a conversation?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely. What's the conversation?" And the moment they say girly pop, it's a serious conversation. Immediately it's like, "All right, listen here, girly pop." I'm like, "Oh, it's serious time now. Like I gotta like focus." And they looked at me dead in the eyes, we locked eyes, and she goes, "I love you. You are my best friend in the whole wide world. But I am not gonna walk in this apartment or this house and you're gonna be dead on the floor. You are miserable." And they were right. I had one foot out the door. I was just trying to find ways to just end it. And they looked at me and said, "You need to make that phone call. You're miserable. You need to make that appointment. You're not, this is not going to change until you finally take that step, that leap." And I said, "Okay." I made the appointment the next day.
Wow.
And I was scheduled for January 4th, my original scheduling. And I said, okay, I can get through the holidays and I can start new year, new me. I met my doctor previously at a transgender medical forum, and she knew my name and immediately saw my name across her board. And she goes, "I'm moving this doll up," and moved me up to 2 months prior to the November 15th. And so I started hormones on November 15th, and I never looked back.
Yay.
So I'm in a lot better place. What?
Girly pop is powerful.
It's very powerful. Like when they looked at me with the locked eyes, and I can see through the glasses, and it was, "Look here, girly pop." I'm like, oh, attention, immediate attention.
Yeah, isn't it weird how I feel like in the trans community there's a lot of that the suicidal ideations. It seems like it's a lot more common. And they always say like there's a lot of suicide, people in the trans community are very at high risk of suicide, and I feel like nobody really takes that into account when they're like telling us, "Oh, you just need to deal with it. Go back in the closet. I couldn't be with you. You're not a woman. You're XYZ." And they don't really realize like you've realized you're pushing me towards the edge. There's
Yeah.
there's statistics that are saying that I am at a much higher risk of suicide, and when you're saying this crap to me, you're pushing me towards it. So I don't know. I guess it's just these people they talk out of both sides of their mouth. They're like, "Oh,
And
we don't want anybody to hurt themselves," but you're not a woman. It's like,
especially if they're in like the medical field, when it comes to like therapies and stuff, it's like they're literally telling these people, literally telling us like, "You're not this," and like, but then why do I feel this way? If you're a therapist, then why do I feel this way? Tell me, because clearly I don't have the answers and I'm scared.
yeah. Well, and I think that really goes to the fact also that like this isn't a choice, because nobody would. I mean, with the rate of self harm that we do, the addictions that I know are rampant in the trans community of drugs and alcohol, the high level of cutting and burning, and I mean, sadly, suicide. I feel like a lot of people, like, why would we choose to be in a thing where we're at a really high risk of hurting ourselves? So, for all those listening who think it's a choice, fuck yourself.
And for those people listening who and for the people who are questioning themselves, just know that you are loved, you are valid, you are strong, and you are brave. You got this.
Yeah.
And we are all here for you, no matter what.
I love that.
And and I always say, don't listen to us. I mean, well, listen to. Sorry, that's a bad way to start that sentence. Listen to us, but don't take what we say as gospel. Please talk to a therapist. If your therapist says the same things that Robyn's first therapist was saying, find another therapist. Until you find somebody who actually gives a shit about you, keep looking and keep looking and keep
And not a
looking.
paycheck, because
And honestly, they always say the two best times to plant a tree are 20 years ago and right now. And so if you think that you may be a trans person, get a second opinion, get a third opinion, get a fourth opinion,
And plant a tree.
and plant a tree
yes,
in your
Goddamn
heart.
tree.
In your heart.
preferably pine. Those things grow quick.
Or make it a redwood if you like the slow burn.
Honestly, I planted
That's
a
true.
mango tree and an apple tree, and those things grow pretty well. The mango tree wasn't as fast, but the apple tree grew like crazy. Those things
Apples
are
grow on
fun.
trees? Since when?
Yeah,
thought
I
they
grew
were
a
in
tree.
bushes.
I ate an apple, and when my daughter was born, I planted the seed when we found out that my wife was pregnant, and so by the time she was born, we had this little tree going, and I called it my Elliott tree.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
and
that's
then
the cutest thing I've heard all day. Thank you.
Hey, Robyn, how did you come up with your name? And I'm really hoping it's because you're a Batman fan.
Okay, so I'm not a Batman fan.
Oh.
I am a Spider-Man
She's
fan.
a Winnie the Pooh fan.
I am that too. I do impressions, so we'll probably get to that in a second. I'm a Spider-Man fan and a lifelong Spider-Man fan. I actually have Spider-Man tattooed on my forearm.
Cool.
So I'm gonna have to get up so you can see it.
Oh, I see you're not wearing any pants or underwear. But yeah, that's a cool tattoo.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Sometimes you gotta let him breathe. I'm sorry. You saw me. Everybody's watching. You saw me. I get it. Did you like
it's
it?
actually a really cool tattoo.
I know it
liked
makes you people cheer. Are you not entertained?
This is Girl Now Girls.
So fast too. Check out this tat. You're not wearing any pants.
Oh, yep. Boom. There you go. Oh, and
In the spirit of an online interview.
For all the people who are going to be future watching this, because let's be honest, I'm going to get famous. Enjoy your earworm. Manamana. Enjoy your earworm. You are welcome. I came up with my name in different steps. When I was a kid, my original name was supposed to. Well, I'm not going to throw my dead name out there. It was supposed to be my initial was supposed to be CRC, and when I was born, screw it. My dead name is Robert, and so it was the closest thing to Robert I can come up with. But also, when I was a kid, it was supposed to be Christopher Robert instead of Robert Christopher. And when my grandmother piped, I was like, "Isn't that the kid from Winnie the Pooh?" My dad flipped out and changed my name at the last second and pissed my mom off.
Oh wow, yeah. Honestly, when you said it like that, it's like, oh,
yeah,
I can see that being
so.
Yeah.
My mom has never called me by my first name ever. She's always called me by my middle name. So that's what stuck with me for the most part. But I came up with Robyn because, and the way it's spelled, is there's a pop star named Robyn. And when I was a kid, I found her album and I fell in love because I used to watch MTV back in the early 2000s and, was watch music videos. And I found her music videos and I loved it. And so I found her album and I bought it, and the name stuck with me forever. And so when I was trying to come up with names for myself to change my name, I went through the whole spiel. I was going to use my grandmother's name with Lucille, or I was going to use it was going to be Christina Lucille, and then I wanted to go off the walls, and because my two favorite historical figures are Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans, and Zelda Fitzgerald, the wife of F. Scott Fitzgerald, who was a famous artist back in the 20s. And so I was going to hyphenate Zelda Marie Cadell. Ooh. And so I decided to stick closest to my name. So I went with Robyn Christine instead. So yeah, I got the name and the spelling from a pop star.
So,
I like it.
one thing that I know that we tagged it about dead names and everything a couple episodes ago. One thing that I think is very interesting is a lot of trans women who like everybody runs the gambit of enjoying their name, hating their name. Obviously, I don't mind mine. But the thing that's really strange to me is even if people absolutely hate their dead name, it seems like a lot of people pick names that are similar to their dead name. Like, me, I share I mean, I don't mind mine, but I still share a couple letters. And it seems like, yeah, even if you hate it, you still kind of keep around it, which is strange because you would think you'd like push it as far away as possible. But
Well, I also liked my initials too. I liked RCC because I always go like because my favorite soda is Royal Crown Cola, and that's the initials of my name.
we all have a reason.
Hey, RC is delicious, and I'll fight
RC
whoever
Cola.
fight me.
Wait,
Fight
isn't
me.
RC Cola that soda that you get at the 49-cent plus store?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Don't
right
judge
next-
me.
You want to get a tab too.
It's right next to Mr.
Ah,
Pibb.
yes. That's what I should get tattooed on me too. Just a can of Tab for no obvious reason. Just
There
have
you go.
it.
And then
get
put a
some-
can
get
of
a
Pringles
extra.
next to it. Once you pop,
Oh,
you
get
can't stop.
a bottle of Zima, just random bottle of Zima tattooed, and I'm like, what?
I saw a guy
Why?
with a American flag tattoo, and on the
course you did.
across the front of it, like it was all over his arm, and right down the middle of it was a bottle of Tabasco sauce, and I was like, what the fuck? like what?
Shut the fuck up.
No, it was, and I looked at it, and I tried to get as close as I could to see if he wrote something on the Tabasco sauce bottle. It was just a bottle of Tabasco sauce. He liked two things apparently:
American Tabasco.
freedom and hot sauce.
I bet you that man called it tab sauce, not Tabasco.
Just are hurting y'all. Oh,
Some of that yummy Tasco sauce.
Oh God.
So I know we always tend to ask a lot of trans questions on this podcast for some strange reason.
What?
But no, Robyn. So what are your next big milestones? What are you looking forward to in terms of your transition? Are there like
Well,
things?
I got through the year, and that's apparently from what I understand, it's the hardest. It's the hardest one to get through is the first year. So I'm at my past my year point. I'm getting my orchiectomy done at some point. I might wait a little while, and then obviously face and boobs gotta get done. I mean, so that other than that, just surviving and just trying to make money and living as my most authentic self is really what I want to do the most.
When you
That's
get
awesome.
your orky, are you going to ask to keep them like in a jar so you can just kind of display them on a shelf?
I kind of want to like put it in formaldehyde and send it to. I don't want to say that Gabagool's name on here. Send it to Ron DeSantis so he can have some balls.
Good answer.
Because clearly he doesn't. But they're so atrophied at this point, so it's like I'm not really giving it to him. I'm not really giving him anything extra. It's just going to be like, well, I mean, why don't you just embrace the rainbow, dude? It's going to be wrapped in this nice little jar, and it's going to say, here, embrace the rainbow. We know you're closet gay. It's okay. That rhymed.
Oh God, you're gonna get black bagged overnight.
Probably. Fine.
What happened to Robyn? Oh,
Well,
she's
she made
facing her
this joke.
balls
Who's
to
Robyn?
Ron.
Robyn went out the way she wanted to, making fun of a shitty celebrity.
That Gabagool.
That's awesome. Yeah. So okay. So that's cool. You have a kind of a plan, and that kind of leads into one of the questions that I do like to ask people is, the whole. is there a finish line for your transition? Like, is there a point where you consider yourself done transitioning? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm gonna be. I don't really think you can really end transitioning. I think it's more of just you accept yourself more and more, and it's like I'm always gonna suffer from gender dysphoria. I'm always gonna suffer from depression, and it's just one of the things that get easier over time to deal with. And the more and more I look, at authentically as myself, the better it gets. But you're still going to have those moments. I mean, there's people who've been transitioning for 10, 15 years and still have those moments. And
Yeah.
I can't produce estrogen naturally, so I'm going to have to be on the medicine for the rest of my life, and that's fine. And I've accepted that. And that's not going to change for me. I mean, I guess the medical way of saying it's like 3 to 5 years is how long, the puberty is going to last, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, it's kind of the best answer I can give, really. Because I don't really think you stop at any point. You just get better progressively. It gets progressively better over time.
Yeah. I gotcha.
You asked me that same question on my interview, but I think I have a different answer now. Can I get into that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think
Absolutely. Go
the
ahead.
end of my transition will be the day I'm able to queef out of my own vagina. Then I'll be like, now I'm a real woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God.
That's gonna be the day. Today I'm a
And we did a 50-year-old laugh track. Oh God.
Yeah. Mika's gonna be like, "Hey guys, let's jump on a Zoom call real quick. Watch this." And it's like, oh wow.
Hey, pin it. I'm done.
Mic drop.
Put a fork in me. This bitch is done.
You know, honestly, yeah.
I'm out. You could stroll off in the sunset like Thelma Louie. It's just, that's it. I queefed out of my vagina. That's all I can. That's it now.
Changing my handle to Queen Laquifa.
Yes.
How them stitches, Danny?
It's hurting. It hurts. It hurt. Oh,
it hurts.
yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. And that's the fun part about it is it can always be dynamic. It's like, you know what? I'm going for double queef now.
Yes. Double queef power.
I'm a lifelong learner.
Queefmany.
Oh my God. Do you know what I'm feeling right now, Meek?
What's that?
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Okay.
Okay.
So I brought this on last time. Robyn, I know on this show we talk a lot about being trans and stuff, but I'm the first person to always say I think we're so much more than just our gender. So if it's okay, I'm going to ask you a few rapid fire questions just to kind of get to know you on a more personal level.
Okay.
So I'll ask all three first, and then you can go one by one, take as much time as you need, or answer shortly. It's totally up to you. So first one.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite guilty pleasure movie that you like to watch that maybe nobody else likes or nobody knows, but just for you? Second, if you could eat
now
any dessert
all
in
of
the
YouTube's
world,
gonna know, so it's fine.
Oh.
Okay. I would favorite movie, a guilty pleasure movie, I would say is Dragon Ball Evolution. Legit.
That works.
It's so bad, but I saw it in theaters and I loved it, and it was just so bad. So I'm like, whatever, it's fun.
was that a live action?
It was.
Yeah.
Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Second question: if you could eat any dessert in the world right now, what would you eat?
Oh God. Any dessert in the world.
I've got an answer for that one.
What's yours, Bri?
I would say a tiramisu from Milan,
Ooh.
from Italy.
Oh, dang! Have you had that before?
I've had tiramisu. I've never had it in Italy.
Oh, I see.
I want to go have it authentically from the actual country it's from. So
Nice. And finally, do you have any special hidden talents?
I skateboard.
Yeah.
Like,
that's great.
like just to travel, or can you do flips and stuff?
I used to. I used to be able to. I used to be able to do tricks. I've been skateboarding since I was in 6th grade in middle school, and that was back. God, I'm at the age. I'm about to date myself. That was in the 2000s, like early 2000s. The best trick I ever landed before I ended up tearing 3 ligaments in my ankle from running track. I did a double kickflip off of 10 stairs.
Dang, that's awesome.
So you were like semi-pro.
Yeah,
And
like very, very amateur pro, but yeah, I mean, I actually, I have a video of it somewhere.
well, and
And
Robyn,
it's
remind us
Go
what was the brand of the helmet that you were wearing when you did that?
what helmet? I'm no poser.
That's still, these were leading questions. But that was a leading question. But Mika, those were awesome questions. Actually, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you ladies want to take a crack at that? I want to know what your favorite dessert is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cherry's Jubilee.
Yeah, I'm
on fire.
curious.
Yeah, mine's flan as long as somebody stepped in it. But
I just saw that fucking coming.
no.
Fucking a mile away.
Toe
A
jam
mile
flan.
away.
No, chocolate mousse.
Mm.
Nice.
Mm.
I think mine would have to be Cinnabon. I love a good. Every time I go to the mall, I have to
Oh
have
shit!
Cinnabon.
Cinnabon and Sbarro.
Auntie
Ugh.
Anne's though too.
Auntie Anne's, the cookie place.
Oh, the pretzel place.
Oh, okay, nice.
yeah.
Oh, you're thinking
Oh.
of Mrs. Fields for the cookies, I think.
All
Or
of
no,
the
Great
Cookie
American
Company?
Cookie. Great
Yeah,
American
Great
Cookie.
American Cookie Company. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Where they make the cookie cakes that are like the size of, a lily pad.
Oh, I
Not a
love
regular
that. I
one,
love lily.
like the Japanese lily pads, that are like the size of the couch.
Do you ladies have a guilty pleasure movie?
Oh God, yes. Alfred Hitchcock, Rear Window.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Apparently mine is
Very strange.
apparently mine is Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Even though I've never seen it. No, I did. I actually went back and watched in the hotel. I couldn't sleep at like 4 a.m. and so I watched about 30 minutes of it and I had to stop. When he went to when the car came out that was like designed like Hulk, I was like, you know what? There's just
Oh, that's little Bow Wow's car. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
That's
When
so
that car
cool.
came out, the movie went off. No,
It
You
went off
couldn't
on the
even make
right
it
track.
past 30. Come on.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
Um,
Oh, wait, no. I forgot. I'm changing my movie. It's Doctor Strangelove. That's my guilty pleasure movie.
Ah, I love that movie.
honestly, like now, so it wouldn't have been before because I always made fun of everybody for watching it, but now I really enjoy watching Frozen.
That's a good one.
And
Let it
Frozen,
go.
too. I love the
That is a
songs.
genuine guilty pleasure movie.
And Moana.
Moana. That's a good one
Yeah,
too.
that's true. That's true.
You know, honestly, until I thought about it, I wanted to go as Moana for Halloween, and then I was like, wait, no, that is culturally insensitive.
Yeah, I'm not sure
So,
about that one.
yeah.
That's no bueno.
If you look up Moana costumes on Amazon, there's a bunch of like these white women wearing the costume, and I'm just like, who thought that was a good idea? But anyway,
Every white woman ever.
yeah,
or
people who
Bo
sell stuff
Burnham.
on Amazon.
I'm Moana. No, you're not. Shut up.
What was the other question?
Hidden talent.
Yeah, hidden talents.
Hidden talents. Ooh. Oh shit! I don't have any hidden talents anymore.
I showed you guys mine last time where I could pop my boobies without touching them.
That's true.
And yeah.
If mine are a little dirty. It's fine.
Save it. for
Yeah,
the
they
after show.
are.
Hot.
Yeah, for the after show.
Hot.
We'll just say size queen. We'll go there.
I don't know if it's really a talent as much as just sort of like something. I mean, solving a Rubik's Cube, and I guess can't do it under a minute because that's just not in my wheelhouse apparently. But in under 2 minutes,
Yeah,
Very
but
impressive.
that one
I
kid.
can't even solve a Rubik's Cube, so you beat me there.
and drumming. Because I guess it's not really a hidden talent because I've done it in front of people, but yeah. Well, I haven't done it recently, so.
Well, I would say the other hidden talent that I have is I do impressions. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Like what?
Oh, can you wait a minute? I have a request for that. Can you explain the importance of PPE to Michaela?
Okay,
In the
so
words of Hank Hill.
now when you get down to the job sites, you got to make sure you have on your PPE. That's your personal protective equipment. I'll tell you what.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
Ego, yes. I also do. I can do Cotton Hill as well. All right, where's my breakfast, Hank's wife?
Tojo.
Oh, do you now, Tojo?
Oh.
I can do the line from Taken as Kermit the Frog.
Okay, that I got.
I don't have any money, but what I do have is a certain set of skills. A certain set of skills make me a nightmare for you like you. If you do not let the pig go, I will track you down. I will find you, and I will kill you.
That was awesome.
Ego, yay!
The people listening are gonna get so sick of that. It's gonna be amazing. Like, can somebody take away the media things from Danny?
I also do Mickey Mouse, a hot boy,
Oh, Dick, that was good.
a hot diggity dog.
And a really good Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother. Do you happen to have any honey? I'm quite hungry.
But oh yeah, and Winnie the Pooh as a sadist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, call me a failed bear. Oh, slap me, daddy.
Waterboard me with honey.
Oh, waterboard me, daddy, with honey.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay, I'm a bag of cats.
Ooh, my jaw hurts.
So Robyn, I guess getting back to I did have a question that I wanted to ask you. I know that you and I have been doing a lot of live. We used to do a lot of lives. I think we've stopped doing them recently. What would you say the role? Like, what is Instagram? Positive and negative. What do you think it's had an effect on your transition?
I'd say it has a positive effect on my transition. A lot of my friends came from Instagram, so it's being able to do lives and being able to talk to other trans people and have that connection. Even though I'm not there with them, I can still talk to them. And if I have questions, if I have those emotional moments, I can always take it off and call somebody. And it's actually helped me a lot with the community, and it also has helped me with my my emotions and my mental state for the most part.
Do you think it's had any negative effects on you?
It's easy to get addicted to.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that I just feel like you always have to check, and then you get that FOMO feeling where you just like you see your friends come on lives, and especially when I work nights, so it's I'm like, oh, I would rather be doing that than this, and then I'm on my phone getting in trouble. I can so it's one of the things that's easy to get addicted to, and in those moments you just have to take a break from it. If you don't, it's just going to drive you crazy if you don't. So that's why I try to limit. I'm now trying to limit my time for the most part. And it's also easy to go through spirals because I follow a lot of political stuff on there as well. So seeing all the doom and gloom all the time just really just makes you completely just circle the drain, and
Yeah. No, I definitely. It's definitely a double-edged sword. Because you meet a bunch of really nice people, but then I feel like my feed is always just filled with people who are further along than I am, or are
Mhm.
doing things that I kind of wish I was doing, which I guess is kind of the, sort of the algorithm. When you see somebody doing something cool, they're like, we're going to show this, we're going to pump this because it's cool. Yeah, I feel like everybody has like a different take on whether or not it's a benefit, a hindrance, or I guess Bri and Mika. Well, I mean, Mika, it seems like you would be the resident expert on, like, it seems like you've been doing it for a lot longer than us. But what do you all think of like, is the benefit, do the benefits outweigh uh the drawbacks of Instagram, of Facebook, of TikTok, of, name your platform?
I think it actually depends on the platform. I think Instagram has been the most positive platform I've been on, where I find people that actually want advice or just want to be friends or just want to support anything that I post. But like if I get like a trending video popping up on TikTok, then I get all the hate and the negative side of it. So
You wait,
yeah, no,
I thought TikTok was supposed to be more accepting than Instagram. Is it not?
TikTok is the worst. They are
Really?
so mean. They will be the very first comments on any post is always like you're a man or you're a dude or
Oh, so
your
it's like
voice. Or,
YouTube comments.
I guess so, yeah. But Instagram, I mean, I do have my trolls, but I think I handle them pretty well. So
Yeah. I mean, well, that was when I first came out. I had some friends who were out in Seattle, and I was lamenting that there was no one around. I mean, there are people around here, but I was lamenting that there wasn't anyone to really confide in around here. And they're like, you should jump on TikTok. There's a really great community. But hearing that from you, that's very interesting that you've had such a negative uh, feedback.
yeah, I got to the point where, and I was actually really early. Before TikTok, I forgot what it was called. It was like Musically or something like that. I was on
Yeah.
back then, and so I got a pretty big following like out of nowhere. But then, and I enjoyed doing it. But then it got so bad to the point where now I'm just kind of more of a viewer. I will very rarely post a video anymore unless I'm inspired by something funny, or maybe if I'm feeling a little unsure of myself, I like to post like a transition video, just like a before and after. But I'm really not posting or sharing too much on there anymore like I used to, unfortunately.
I, I think one of my first like 50 followers on TikTok was like a Tucker Carlson ripoff account, and at that point, I was like, I think I'm done with this.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
yeah, it's like I don't know
I'm
what he's gonna do with it.
weird. See, I have a TikTok account, but I don't really scroll. I'm never on it. Like I never turn it on, and it's like I can do lives, but I can't film myself. I just feel like an awkward mess when I do. So it's like that's why I don't want to. That's why I don't really do TikTok or anything like that. But I can do lives all day. Is because I don't have to fucking save them at the end. And so it's for me, it's more of like trying to film myself and just not looking like an idiot because I have self-esteem issues.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram is affirming in certain ways because of lives, and when the chasers jump on and are just begging for us to friend them. Apparently, that's a thing.
So, oh god, some of them get fun though. We have fun with some of them.
Yeah, I guess, like, I always like to get our guests to give advice to somebody who's like, say, somebody who's 6 months behind where you are, and is just coming up and figuring out like the TikTok stuff. What would you tell them about, or not TikTok, Instagram? What would you tell them about that kind of stuff? Like, do you think is it good to get on lives? Would you caution against it? Would you say what are the best parts? What are the worst parts?
I would say for someone trying to, if they think about it, be a viewer first. Be a viewer for someone who's done a lot longer than you have, and try to get like kind of the gist of it the best you can, and then start your lives there. And interaction with people, like positive interaction, also helps. So if you have that interaction, especially when we have people that come on ours, and we see people ask questions, like do that, get to know us first, and then maybe we'll let you on at some point. Just get to know us. But normally it's for us, it's just trans women that we let on. So it's other people in the same community. So it's get to know us first, and then maybe you might be able to get on. But interact and watch and learn is what I would say would be the best thing to do.
I dig it.
Because there's people. I mean, there's people been doing this a lot longer than I have. I mean, I know a couple of them. I'm looking at one of them right there. As she turns around, like, what? What?
No.
Like, no, stop it.
Yeah,
Not me.
it's very interesting. I think a lot of people really take it. They take the things that people say on those things really personally. I guess if anybody's watching this and is new to Instagram, one of the things I will say is, yeah, doing lives is very affirming at a certain point, because you get to go out and like you will get told, oh, you're so beautiful. I want to see pictures of your feet.
You so hot, marry me. It's
Yeah.
like, no, dude, not happening.
But when people come on, there's a handful of times people will come on and be like, hey, y'all all look like men. And the thing that I've found is that those trolls will come in there and they're trying to get a rise out of you. So when people come in and they say something like that, I just laugh right at them. I'm like, you know what? Okay, that's cool. That's not what your dad said when he was asking for pictures of my feet. But
stepping in flan.
Yeah. It's like, tell your dad to stop DMing me, but okay.
Oh, I'm complete opposite. You know that.
Yeah.
No, I'm complete opposite. I'll call you out here. If you're going to come into my DMs and with some sideways ass shit, you're going to get it. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's
and apparently my go-to is, if I let you on this thing and I see a hog, I'm going to lose it.
Yep.
Like, I swear to God, it's not going to be a good day for you.
There's Robyn, and then there's Hood Robyn.
Yeah. I had a guy comment on one of my posts and said, like, okay, dude, and I was like, oh, so you think I'm pretty? Oh, it's the nicest compliment I ever got from a neckbeard who peaked in high school. Have fun sitting on that one.
Yeah, I always wonder what drives people to feel that that's what can they possibly feel they're getting out of it. I honestly think that most people do that just because they're hurting so badly inside for some reason. Like they have to go out and hurt somebody else.
A lot of it has to do with there's no immediate consequence to it, so you can literally say whatever you want on it, and you're not really looking at an actual person's face.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not looking them face to face because you can't read that emotion just looking at a picture. So so people can say whatever they want without consequence. Say if someone, then it's always, hey, say that to my face. I bet you can't, and they can't, because now they can read that emotion. But if it's with a picture, they can say whatever they want to it, because it's an inanimate object. It's it's just there.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess that but just like what inside of somebody would drive them, because I don't think I've ever felt just such a desire to go out and seek to hurt somebody just because of who they are, especially if they're not hurting me, which is just mind-boggling that there are people out there who could just go out and be like, you know what, I really want to go make fun of somebody and possibly push them over the edge.
Well, that's a lot of reasons why I left Florida too. Was because it started to get bad. I was literally in my truck one day with another friend of mine, and someone literally like pulled themselves out of the window and yelled "tranny" at me, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks for reminding me. Appreciate it. I'm glad you did that. Thanks. I'm not gonna cry about this later, but it's okay."
Well, I guess that's the thing is, yeah, it's if somebody were to yell that, and I apologize for taking, telling what I would do, but like if somebody comes out and they yell like the derogatory term for trans woman, it's just like, you know what? Yeah, I am. I mean, like it's what I like. Okay, cool. Like you're not. Yeah, that's a derogatory term for it, but it's like, all right, well, honestly, that's fine. Like I am who I am, and actually I like myself. And yeah, I
Mhm.
always say I traded people hating me so I don't hate me. Um so yeah.
Like I did enough of hating myself for 35 years, and I don't do that anymore. And I think another thing from having one of those questions earlier was I can actually look at myself in the mirror and say I love you for the first time in my life, and to
Aw.
me that's worth it.
Yeah.
Like I give myself affirmations every day, and I always look at myself like this morning. I've actually lost. I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 10 years, and so I looked
Damn.
at my side profile of my size, and I was like, okay. And I looked at I looked at my side profile. I was like, damn, girl, you look fucking great.
Hell yeah.
Like, look at that. Stomach's flat. Like, getting some hips. I think you got a butt. Like, your boobs look great. Girl, you're doing it. And I
Yeah.
love you. I love you. And I'm glad you're here. And I went about my business every day.
Well, and that I guess that's where the Instagram stuff kind of comes. That's where the negative side of Instagram comes in too, though, right? Is you see these people who are 130 pounds, they're 5'11", 130 pounds, and they are um just doing everything right. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, you know what, I start judging myself based off of that. I think we may
Mm-hmm.
have Bri may have frozen.
I think
um
Brie froze.
She looks very
I
happy
was like,
now.
Bri
but
is
she
laughing.
froze perfectly though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I love Instagram because of the community. But yeah, there are certain parts where it's like, unless you do that daily affirmation of admiring your own progress without comparing yourselves to the people that you see on there. Because every now and then I'll open it up and I'll see this picture of this girl, Michaelaville, and it's just like, God, she is stunning. And I'm just like,
Right?
Oh my goodness.
well, we got Brie back. All right. At least we got audio back. But yeah,
Shut up.
so but that's yeah, I think that's really important, one of those really important things to tell people as they're like coming up. I've talked to a couple people recently who have been going through really rough times. Like I had a friend who fell back into a little bit of drug use. As I was flying back on the plane, I was getting a little bit of messages here and there about her like relapse, and I was trying to message her about it, but the plane Wi-Fi was in and out. But I was just kind of worried that you know this person had seen a couple of posts on Facebook, no, on Instagram, took it personally and started digging back into the substance abuse. And yeah, I would just say to anybody who's out there who's like just starting out, I hear apparently a bunch of people who are uh, either eggs cracked or are yet to crack will watch these. And yeah, it's going to be hard, but don't compare yourself to others. It's gonna, I mean, I can say that really easily. It's hard to do. So if you start feeling yourself going down some sort of rabbit hole, just get off Instagram. Like not you don't have to delete it. Just get off it for a bit. Go
Yeah, just
for a
take a break.
walk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
I don't
post.
preach
I feel like a
about.
lot of people will post these things. Oh, so, go ahead, Bree.
Oh, I don't preach about much, but the one thing I do preach about is the comparison thing, because I did it. I did it for the first 2 3 months of this whole rigmarole, and it is so heinously terrible for you because some of these people, everybody's results
Yeah.
are different, and you cannot hold yourself up next to this person and say, "Oh, this is fucking impossible," because you know what? Chances are
Yeah.
it might be, and that's just not your track that you're headed down. Everybody's is unique,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot put yourself up to these other people because chances are it's fake sometimes, most of the time,
Oh
and
yeah.
you're just
Face app is rampant.
yeah, and you're just holding yourself to these impossible standards, and it's not going to work.
Well, Yeah, and especially I know I went down this rabbit hole where I got addicted to like opening. I'd take a picture, I'd open FaceApp, and I'd like smooth my skin a little bit, or I'd shrink my nose a little bit. Um, or if my makeup wasn't quite right, I'd fix it, I'd tweak it in FaceApp, and I'd post these pictures
Mhm.
that were very pretty, but they weren't me. And yeah, once I started going back and posting pictures of me, I was just like, well, I kind of peaked a little bit back then, and it kind of made me feel really bad. So I'd say, like I guess it's hard, but avoiding. I know it's fun to get a bunch of followers by posting filtered pictures, and the compliments people will say to you based off of those filtered pictures is very affirming for a while, but it doesn't last. Um, Yeah, I also one of the things that I've realized recently, and I've kind of stopped posting a lot. I had somebody who they saw my progression over orchiectomy, top surgery, and then now FFS. For those who are listening and don't understand why the hell I sound like this, I can't feel my lower lip. Um, so, but they said they were like, "I'm really happy for you, but it's making me very jealous." And it made me feel really like I felt like I was part of the problem at that point. Is me celebrating these things that were making me happy was detracting from somebody else's happiness. And
But, but
yeah,
that's not fair to you, though.
no, I know, no, I know, but also, but I want my friends to be happy, and so
Well, yeah, and I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's all. But this is about your journey. It's not about anybody else's. Like you're not doing this for them. You're doing this for you, and that's the way I'm starting to look at it now. It's that I'm doing this because I want to. I'm doing this for me.
yeah, but posting things on Instagram is not. I mean, that, like I can do stuff for me, but without posting it on Instagram, I guess is kind of what I'm
Sure.
saying. And that's the thing is I know a lot of people will. It's almost this one upsmanship of somebody posted a really cute picture. Now I'm going to post a really cute picture so that we're kind of like, I'm staying
Yeah,
in in the fight or whatever. Um, but yeah, I guess it's there's a need to post that is unnecessary, but for some reason I guess I got addicted to it and was posting a bunch of stuff, and apparently it made some people feel really bad about themselves, and I'm really sorry anybody who's out there who if I have um but yeah,
I don't think you have
anyway.
to apologize. Like she said, it is your journey. But I kind of know what you mean. Like when I first got my breast implants, it was covered by my insurance, and when I mentioned that, I got a lot of people giving me a hard time because their insurance doesn't cover stuff like that, and you kind of feel
Yeah.
guilty. Like, okay, well, I'm able to be in this position where I can get it, but these people aren't. But I still want them, so I mean, just, I don't know, that's a weird place to be in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
and it is. No, you're good. And it is. I mean, because I get those moments of jealousy, and I think we all do. And it's only natural to have those moments. Because even if for cis women get jealous of other cis women. I mean, it's just the way of life. And so it's figuring out ways to navigate those moments. That's really what makes it breaks the situation. You just have to figure out
Yeah.
how you can navigate it,
Well,
those feelings.
I mean, and I know that y'all are probably not going to agree with this, but like I would say, just being conscious of what you're putting out there, and like and why you're putting it out there. Like for me, I was posting a lot of pictures of my surgeries and everything, and um, it was like there was like this celebrate me, celebrate me kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, it was just like I'm asking for a lot of celebrations, and I feel like a lot of people are having to, they open their Instagram and bam, look at Danny's new nose and look at Danny's new brow and her new robot and her new signs.
Wait, you got a robot? You bitch!
Another robot. It's got a gun on it. See?
I want a robot.
Cool.
Yeah, see, it's got a little orange tip because it shoots those little gel beads, little water beads.
Awesome.
I shot somebody in the ankle with, and they said it hurt. And I was like, "That's awesome." His name's Tyson.
You bought one of those fancy Transformer robots, didn't you? You son of a.
Oh no, this is like DJI, like the drone company.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They made this as like a learning tool for high school kids, but apparently they didn't put like an age limit on when you could buy it. Suckers. So
In there, Tyson sits.
yeah, so this is Tyson after Neil deGrasse Tyson. I name everything I have after scientists. So Ada Lovelace, Nikola Tesla,
Definitely thought
Neil
you
deGrasse
named it
Tyson,
after
and
Mike.
I have a no. Tyson after Neil deGrasse, the best one, and then I have Bill Nye the Robot Guy. He's a little robot, not a guy though. It's just a little robot.
Shut up! No, you did not name him that. That's
The
amazing.
little blue one, yeah, the little blue one back in the office.
I love it.
So, anyways, sorry, that's that. But yeah, like I would say, getting back to that whole thing is just being aware of that, like of why you're posting something, and if you're posting just to post, maybe yeah. If it's
The
asking
way
for selfish
I always approach posting stuff is just for me. I'm just posting it for me. Like it's just I'm posting it. Yeah, I want to show people that I'm happy and that I'm doing well, and that's the way I look at it. I'm not trying to make anyone jealous. I'm not trying to make anyone upset. I just want people to see that I'm celebrating me and I'm happy. I'm happier now. I want people to see that. I don't want them to see the other side of like the depression side, because I've had those posts where I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling dysphoric, I'm feeling depressed today, but it's okay because those feelings will pass, and this journey's hard, but it's okay to be you. And that's why, and if I can, and I say this to a lot of people, if I can have one person, or just one person say, you gave me that courage to finally be who I am. That's why I do it. I don't do it for the likes. I don't do it for the followers. I do it because I want to help somebody realize that it's okay. Like this, it's scary as all hell. And trust me, I'm terrified every day doing this. But I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't worth it. If it didn't save my life, I wouldn't have done this. And you can too. And if you're feeling those moments, it's okay to let go. And it's okay to be you. And whatever that you is, then it's okay to find that you. Like, this is all scary. It's terrifying. And I'm scared every day, every minute of the day. But I love who I am. For the first time in my life, I love who I am. And I'm not going to let anyone take that from me.
Cautiously
and neither
optimistic.
should anybody else. Cautiously optimistic.
That's awesome. Well, I think that was a great conversation. I think I really enjoy when we get into things like that, where people who are just starting to navigate this stuff can come on and at least like get a little bit of like words of wisdom of, maybe be aware of this. I mean, obviously people are going to forget and fall back into certain things, but this is just stuff that we've come across. So I love it when we can just put stuff out there, just say words. Yeah, so
Words are words. They're fun.
I do want to get back into like a little bit of the lighter stuff. I guess it may be around that time that we asked. I had this question that I thought of. I was doing a post back in like 93 or whenever Instagram came out. I can't remember. But I was really happy with my transition, and I was like, I'm gonna put this song on, Super Bloom by Mr. Wives. That's my transition theme song. Robyn, if you were to do a post back like that, what song would you pick? What is your transition theme song?
My transition theme song is Miracle by Rise Against.
That was really
It
quick.
was.
You must have heard that question before.
I must have what? Um, I picked the song because because I love music. Music is a love language of mine, and I like to communicate through music. And I mean, I have over like 900 to 1,200 songs on my likes page on my Spotify. So like, I love music. I picked Miracles is because it's one of the first songs that right around the time that I came out for the first time, I heard it and then I just sat and listened to the lyrics. And it's my favorite version because there's two versions on two different albums. There is the one from Rise Against his 2017 album Wolves. It's more of a fast-paced punk style song, and then they came out a year later with this album called the Ghost Note Symphonies, and it's more of a symphonic version of their songs. And that's my favorite version, is because you can hear all the lyrics, and to me it just screams the trans experience. It's it's we're the miracles. We don't have to wait for something to fall from the sky to part the seas around us, turn water into wine. It's we need to take that wheel. We need to take control of that of us. We need to take control of ourselves. And so that's my trans
That's
experience.
awesome. And this is the part where we ask our guests to perform their song in its entirety. So
Oh
after you, I'm just
We
kidding.
need you to do it as a jazz ballad, though, if you could.
God.
And a 1 and a 2.
And go.
Damn it.
And to go.
We're waiting.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry. You're gonna give me the Ted Knight, Bri? Okay.
Yeah.
Robyn,
The Caddyshack. Well, we're waiting. I love that movie, by the way. It's
actually, Mika's question, Mika's the rapid fire, the rapid fire Mika minute, as I'm going to start calling it because it's awesome. It kind of reminded me that of another question. Robyn, what do you want for Christmas?
Ooh. Oh shit.
My cake pops
Goddamn
removed.
peace and quiet.
For you to get off my lawn.
Sorry, what do you want? Sorry.
My someone to pay for my cake pops to get removed.
What are actually?
I don't really.
That's actually
ask for Christmas presents.
Well, so and
I
that
just-
actually, real quick, I kind of want to go around and have and get everybody's opinion on things like that. So like, I'm very lucky. My employer provides insurance, which is WPATH, which is the World Professional Association of Trans Health. WPATH. They basically cover everything for face, voice, top, bottom. What are other avenues that y'all are aware of? I know some people have done Kickstarter, some people have done GoFundMe. I feel like a lot of people jump on OnlyFans as like just sort of a way to sort of go towards it. But like, what would y'all say if you needed to raise enough, like say $10,000 to do a surgery? How would you go about it? Like, what were the avenues that you would pursue first?
Purse snatching.
Actually,
that sounds great. I love that. Is Fort Knox still like heavily fortified?
Well, yeah, but seriously though, like what, like I know, I mean, some people will do a Kickstarter and they'll push it out to like their friends and everything, but like I feel like that's a good way to maybe get like $500 or $600. But like, are there any means? I mean, I guess obviously not, because then everybody would be doing it. But I don't know. I just kind of want to get some like the round table, some ideas of people who are out there who are like, I am desperate. I need to get rid of this thing, but I can't. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin to save up the money.
You can always do a GoFundMe. That's another go-to. I have heard that there are trans medical grants out there for certain organizations that do that. Win the lottery. I've heard that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, it's tough out there right now, especially with everything being so expensive. I don't actually have insurance. I don't have insurance through work. They have yet to give me my packet for work, so I don't know if I'm gonna make the cut this time. And I checked Obamacare, and that's going to be more money. That's going to be even more expensive than the insurance that my work is offering. So I don't know what's happening. So it's all my care is out of pocket at this point.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of, I know for the consultation that I had this past Monday, they go by two lending offices, medical lending offices. I can't remember offhand what the names were, but they don't take it. Like the two places that are closest to me, they don't take insurance.
Yeah.
So it's
one thing I will recommend people, and I'm probably gonna get a cease and desist for this. Sorry, y'all. But I almost went with Care Credit to fund something when I thought I may.
that's
Say what?
That's one of them. That's
Yeah.
now you said that's one of them.
I'd heard, and this is purely what I've heard, so it's not fact, so you can't get me for slander or libel, whatever it is. I've heard that they will basically offer you a bunch of money, but then charge you crazy interest rates, and you will be drowning in it. Especially if you go, if you, it's good for small things, $3,000-$4,000 things, but if you need something over like 25 grand, they are going to eat you alive. I've heard that. So sorry, Care Credit, for listening. Please, please don't email me. I won't respond to it. But yeah, I would say, like, for anybody who's out there who's considering that, because I really looked into it heavily and luckily avoided it. So
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Anyway.
Yay! Avoiding is always fun.
But anyways, well, that's sorry, I didn't mean to go back down into the deeps with that, but I just kind of wanted to get y'all's opinions on what you would do. I mean, like, because I'm sure there's people out there who are like, I am just lost and I need some kind of advice on where to go, and it sounds like we don't have any. So,
well, I recently raised $15,000 off of a GoFundMe, but I think I was lucky enough to be in a position to have all the followers to help me out. But yeah, but for my process, I was just honest about what I needed. I was really dysphoric about the shape of my body, so I just kind of poured my heart out into my campaign, and yeah, I was able to raise money for my procedure in 3 weeks. It was $15,000 because I do have insurance, really good insurance through my work. I work for the government, and they covered almost everything I want. They would cover my face if I wanted anything. They covered my breasts. They would cover bottom surgery, but they didn't cover body contouring. So I had to
Of course
on
not.
my own.
We cover everything except for that.
My kids just walked
Get
in the door. Sorry,
fucked.
you don't have to hide. It's okay. No, you can't be on camera, but you don't have to hide.
That's so cute. Oh, oh.
Whatever you guys open the door, okay?
Well, cool. I think, I mean, yeah, I feel like that's I mean, obviously it's an avenue. Every little bit counts. So if you are looking to get something done, exploring crowdfunding is always a way to do it. I think a lot of people feel like they owe people money, or they owe people something when they contribute to their crowdfunding, and really, for this stuff, don't think of it that way. Like, I contribute to people who need money, not because I want them to send me pictures of their toes and flan.
But you do though, don't you?
I mean, I wouldn't delete them. But
I would also say, if you have to reach out and maybe start some kind of crowdfunding, don't feel guilty about it either. I actually put it off for years because I felt so guilty asking for help. But when I started talking to people about it and my dysphoria got a little bit worse, people were telling me people don't have to donate. It's okay. You don't have to be ashamed to ask for help. But yeah, I mean, still put it out there, and you never know. Sometimes people come through for you.
I've also heard sugarbabies.com is another avenue.
No, sugarbabies.co.
Yeah.
.co. My bad.
.co.
Oh my
.co.
There's not a income verification process on that, because I know a guy around here who's on it, and he does not make $5 million a year, or he is hiding it well. Anyways, well, cool. Well, that has been that's been some really good discussions. I think we got some good content in there. I know there's a lot of other fun trans podcasts popping up here and there.
I've seen those,
and we are very happy that that we have lots of other friends in the space. So hopefully they can get some fun ideas from what we're talking about. Anyways, Robyn, I guess we can go with some final thoughts. Bri, you haven't spoken in a while. You want to give your final thoughts?
Sure. I have very few. I happen to be one of the ones that's disparaging a little bit about how the hell I'm going to pull off some of the things that I need to do, but still searching for those avenues and pressing on and finding the way to make it happen. So don't stick around in the mud too long, because you'll end up staying there. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, good point. Mika?
I think my closing thoughts are, you're not officially a real woman until you queef out of your own vagina.
God damn right.
Fucking gospel.
Mika and I are going to get cease and desist orders for very different reasons, but
I'm just kidding. You don't have to have a vagina to be a real woman, all that stuff.
You can queef out of your ass. That's
Why
fine.
did your podcast...
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just a fart. Anyways. That's awesome. We're like, oh, I love that this podcast is just kind of like, it's just us being silly. Fuck. I know there's so many other people like just take themselves way too goddamn seriously, and we don't, obviously, as you can tell.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I would say final thoughts. My final thoughts are, yeah, like be careful on the internet. There's a lot of creepy people who want to give you candy.
Ooh, candy?
Yeah. But yeah, like I know I've been guilty of going down that rabbit hole and getting really addicted to being on Instagram and doing a live every day, because I got addicted to what people were saying about me. And yeah, if you're just coming up, just be careful. And yeah, but yeah, if you need it for the affirmations, you do you, boo. So anyways, but Robyn, thanks so much for coming on. Actually, Robyn, do you have any final thoughts?
Thank you for having me. I didn't hear that last part, sorry.
Do you have any final thoughts?
My final thoughts is it's never too late to be you, and don't let some neckbeard steal your glow.
Amen. Nice. Cool. Well, awesome. Well,
they peaked in high school. They can get the F themselves.
I love it. Well, thanks for coming on, and
Thank you.
Well, so this is the end of the regular Girl Dad Girls, and so if you're not a Patreon subscriber, this is where we're going to leave you, unfortunately. If you are a Patreon subscriber, we'll see you on the after hours. And if you're not a Patreon subscriber,
nerds, you don't get to see this,
because I'm getting. This is not me just pulling my hair back because I'm done. This is me getting ready. Oh. So, can't you imagine this being sexy? Anyways, but everybody, thank you for watching another episode of the Girl Dad Girls. And for Girl Dad Girls, I am that QT Danny B. We have Bri Saint Marie, the lovely Michaelaville, and our wonderful guest Robyn. Thank you so much, Robyn, again, and we'll see everybody later on.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Bye.
This has been a production of Girl Dad Girls Podcast. Check out new episodes every Thursday. If you are interested in knowing more, please email info@girldadgirls.com or find us on Instagram @girldadgirls. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.